Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway.
This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Fields passing on the first play from scrimmage. The throw for Claypool is intercepted. Picked off by Kenny Moore. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football.
Wow, just one snap in, partner, and the complexion of this game has already changed because for the defensive side, they just handed their offense a short field and a big early advantage. And even though it's only the first snap of the game, we're going to look back on this one and see if it has lasting effects as this game moves on.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
These two teams, you may remember, they met up at Soldier Field earlier this season with the Bears winning that one. So they're looking for the series sweep here in Chicago. First carry for DeAndre Swift. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line.
First down Lions on a pickup of 13.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run. And let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down. Otherwise, it's going to be a long afternoon.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Against a team coming off a win, just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
They go jet sweep here with Williams. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
On 3rd down, Sykes to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through the completion there. Now a drive they started with great field position is facing 4th down.
The kick by Bass is good.
And the Lions are going to take a 3-0 lead.
Well, it's not the touchdown that they wanted, CD, but still, they got to be pretty happy here. You steal the ball away from them on their opening possession, and you turn that into the early 3-0 lead.
Yeah, you painted the picture perfectly there. All the things that have gone on. And the important thing, other than the lead, of course, is as you described, both sides of the ball now have some momentum.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they'll be looking to make amends for that first drive, which came to a rather abrupt ending.
Certainly did, and I remember going back to my notes before this game, and a lot of times when I scout a guy, I have a little section about how does he handle adversity. And in this case, a big check mark. He may have thrown the first interception, but I don't think he's going to throw very many more.
Right back to him on first down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
The Bears at 8-4 now on the year. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
He's got his tight end. It's Albert Okwuegbunam.
And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the first down marker.
4th down, so they send out Trenton Gill.
He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. This is taken at about the 14. They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return, and the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Sykes.
That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman.
And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a 1st down.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a 1st down.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift.
Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
This defense for the Bears, they were quite formidable in the win over Philly a week ago.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. And anytime you get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really good performance. They exceeded that number in a huge way. They got the football back 4 times in the win.
Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Well, Charles, sometimes we talk about the lengths officials sometimes go to protect star quarterbacks, but that was tough to argue against.
Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to administer the penalty the same way for all quarterbacks. But when it's a star back there, even more so are they going to be diligent about throwing the flag.
On 1st and 10, Sykes. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted.
And the Bears are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line.
CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
A play fake, now Fields to throw.
He's going to flip one out here to his running back. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Here we go on 4th down, Fields.
He's going to have his running back. It's complete.
And he is going to have the Bears 1st down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. They'll run on 1st down. Clifton. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
48 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Rolling to his right. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
That's complete. It's Okuwebunam.
9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
This will be the 8th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and inches. Now a handoff up the middle. Clifton. Oh, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down.
Field goal unit and Brian Johnson out there.
This from 32 yards away.
And Johnson's kick is good.
And that'll do it for the 1st quarter of play. Field goals all we've had so far. 3-3 now as the kick is away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way, because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe give him a couple easy throws that he can complete and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
And still in the first half here, a long way to go. Bateman going to get it now in the jet sweep.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down.
That's a wide out. When you take that handoff and you come around the edge, you're expecting to see nothing but empty space in front of you. But if not...
Well, things can go south in a hurry, and that's exactly what we saw on that play with a loss.
To throw on second down. Sykes, and he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long.
That is caught. Rashad Bateman.
And a 42-yard line here and brought down there.
On fourth down, Jack Fox on to punt for Detroit.
And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Taken in at the 11.
A very good kick there, but 15 yards on the return.
And the Bears take over.
You don't see that too often, Charles. He punted that away and then hustled up to make the stop as well.
Yeah, because oftentimes they serve as their own safety after punting it. You want to be the last guy, but he decided to get involved in the action, didn't he? And what a spark that's got to provide for the rest of his team when they see their punter out there making a nice hit.
A gain of 8 there on the play, and they'll be left with second and a couple.
We always hear from coaches how much they like to run crossing routes because they want to hit their receivers on the go, get them the ball, keep them moving. How about when you hit a tight end that way? Okay, the receivers are going to run past you most of the time. The tight end, they can do their damage a different way, break a few tackles and really scatter some people, can't they?
And this defense not giving him anything there, maybe a yard up to the 36. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in what you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week. You must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. You mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Touchdown, Chicago! A great effort there. His 11th touchdown of the year.
And the Bears have moved out in front. And Johnson's extra point up and good.
And the lead is now 10-3. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
Well, it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points seeded.
Well, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Sykes.
That throw taken in by Jamison Williams.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Sykes. He's airing it out for Williams.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Back to throw again.
He's got this, complete to Williams.
And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 36. A really nice gain of 25 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
A handoff, Swift running to the left.
The ball comes out, and this is picked up by the Bears. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. Anything to make of this or just a bad stretch? Because he had the 2 fumbles he lost last week and now a 3rd.
It's a bad stretch, but it's one that he has to make sure he overcomes. This isn't on anyone else but him. Taking care of the ball, tucking it away, keeping it high and tight, all the while doing that and not slowing down his running and his ability to move the ball forward.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Here's Fields. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football.
Really nice pick there for the reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week. And a good story on that. He said he didn't even know he won the award. His buddy had to call him. He saw it on television and said, hey, congratulations. How about that?
And I'll bet you his buddy said, well, since you didn't know, I'll just go ahead and claim the award, right? And everything that goes along with it. But the reason he won the award the previous week and what we just saw there, instincts, understanding where the play is going and being able to make a play on the football. These are the situations that really test the defense, those sudden changes. They're already inside field goal range to start the possession. Their goal now, keep it to a long kick if indeed they end up trying one.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
And they're going to move it down inside the 25.
And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And he is going to have a Lions 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then of course they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Touchdown!
Jahan Dotson.
A 15-yard touchdown grab.
And the Lions are an extra point away from evening this one up. Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get more impressive.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL in scoring. This team designs things well and executes even better. And here, it only takes a few snaps before they're in the end zone. That's how they demoralize teams. That's how they put them on notice.
Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Fields. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now fourth down. Now here's Trenton Gill on to punt.
46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. This is brought in at the 21. A 46-yard punt, 4-yard return.
And they will take over first and 10.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
As they will take over here with a little more than 30 seconds remaining. Out left to Dotson.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number one.
That's complete to Swift out of the backfield.
Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Detroit.
Jamison Williams.
As the first half is winding down.
And the Lions have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And that makes it a 17-10 score.
Bears 10.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything.
And some room to maneuver. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield.
So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
A final shot before the break. Fields. Getting this into the hands of his tight end, Zach Davidson. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback. Offense ready to kick off their next drive. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it. But I think these first couple of drives, they want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities. And I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again. Sykes.
Throw over the middle. He finds Williams.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield.
Swift going to try up the middle.
And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Once again, it's Swift.
And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. Another 6-yard carry, same as last play. First down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
To Williams on the jet sweep.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And that is incomplete.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
From the gun on 3rd down, Sykes. And that is incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
The kick by Bass is good.
And they double them up here. That makes our score 20-10.
Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out.
The Bears take over first and 10.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Now a give, right side. Clifton. Give him maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Off play action, Fields. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. That would go for 24 yards. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
First and 10 at the 10-yard line.
Up the middle they go. Clifton. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Fields now to throw. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. Touchdown Bears! Albert Okwuegbunam. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Bears are back within a score. And Johnson's extra point up and good. And the lead is down to a field goal. The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. And here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. The 20. Touchdown, Detroit. Jamison Williams halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50. And the Lions are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Bears 17.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've gotten pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still locked.
Oh, Fields is intercepted for a 3rd time. Picked off by Kirby Joseph. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he throws.
And he's able to get this one down to about the 40. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Back to throw. Sykes. That pass caught. It's Williams. And in for the Lions touchdown. Jamison Williams with touchdown number 3 here in this game and 17 now on the year. And the Lions take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Fields on first down. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down. And don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up first and 10. Now it's Fields. And he slings one that's incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
On 2nd and 10, Fields. That ball caught. Brandon Ayuk. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Better than a 30-yard gain as we wind down towards 30 seconds left in the quarter. To the air again, Fields. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
They'll roll him out, and that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Zach Davidson, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Bears are able to get a score back in the final stages of this third quarter. And Johnson's extra point up and good. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. And this is going to be returned from middle of the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score. They'll start on the ground with Swift. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's second down. Looking to throw. Sykes. Williams brings it in. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards to pick up there.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
Throwing on first down. Sykes. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bears sack. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set him back on 2nd. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. They will run straight ahead with Swift.
And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line.
59 yards rushing for him now to this point.
The offense on third down, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Back to throw. Sykes. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need.
And the Bears are right back in this football game. Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10.
At their own 43.
Back to throw. Fields.
Can't get away, and he's taken down.
Justin Fields, by Aiden Hutchinson. Taken down back to the 30.
Throwing on 2nd and long.
Fields. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
The pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on 1st down, then a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback, because that was awfully close.
They'll get that complete to Albert O.
14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
This is Chase Claypool on the receiving end. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
Every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 38.
Throwing again is Fields. Claypool with another catch.
And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A good pickup there. 26 yards.
One of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10.
Oh, no, he lost the football. And I do believe this is going to wind up with safety. It is. It's a safety. How about that for a wacky play?
So, Charles, this organization used a high pick to acquire this man's defensive services, and that's a good reason why right there, as he's able to force the safety.
Yeah, it's not just his athletic ability that they drafted. They love his mind. And to me, he saw that play develop in his head before the snap. He knew the point he needed to get to. And unbelievable instincts for the game came to the front. Heck of a play he just made right there.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
The interception sets them up with an opportunity to erase this 4th quarter deficit. Now, this series could very well determine our outcome.
Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Now Fields. That's complete. It's Okuwebunam.
And past the 30 before he's out of bounds. He has a 1st down, and that catch will also put him over 100 yards receiving now on the afternoon.
Here's Fields.
He finds his man, complete. That's Davidson.
From the 47, it's 2nd and 5. Here's Fields.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, I think we were both wondering if we were going to see them try and push it deep downfield, facing a 1-possession deficit late, and they certainly didn't disappoint. They gave it an effort.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. On 3rd, here's an option play right. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. 1st down.
You know, as a defensive guy, I don't normally do this, Brandon, but a tip of the cap to the offensive coordinator. Design quarterback run at this stage of the 4th quarter when I expected him to throw the ball, and he got a first down.
Yeah, trailing this stage of the fourth quarter. Picked up the first, stopped the clock too.
Yeah, sometimes there's some guts in play calling when you go against the grain because you know you can easily be criticized if it doesn't work out.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
To throw is Fields.
Eluding the pressure right. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago.
Justin Fields taking it in from 14 yards out. And the Bears have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the fourth.
They're going to try and run for it. And he will get into the end zone for 2. And this game now tied here in the fourth. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back.
The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive.
And they're going to move it down to inside the 25. I don't think there's anyone who could possibly doubt how fast he could run in the open field. But if there were, he silenced those thoughts there.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score.
Okay, ready?
From the gun, here's Swift.
And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown.
DeAndre Swift. That's his 18th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Lions answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the fourth.
They get one more as the extra point's up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here.
Here's Fields.
Oh, there's that man again. It's complete.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
A 6-yard penalty brings up 2nd and 4 at the 49-yard line.
All eyes on Fields.
And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 22-yard line.
Now Fields.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14.
Back to throw. Fields.
And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. There have been quite a few plays they might look back on and say, we really have hurt ourselves, and that was another example.
And this is late game execution. Everything on the line, so it all has to come together properly. The throw's made. Where's the catch? Got to catch in that spot.
Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. A costly sack. They'll have to use a timeout here. And barring a defensive penalty, they'll be looking at one final play.
And one last throw here for Fields.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions.
Charles, for this losing side, their heads are hanging as they walk off the field today. And really, I mean, we know why. Those three